Hi, it's Drew here, and we are joined by Terry Edwards from terryedwards.com. Again, Terry, thank you for joining us.
Real pleasure, Drew. Great to be here.
Terry, the reason I wanted to get you here today, get you in front of camera, is because I wanted to talk to you about your up-and-coming event on the 29th and 30th of November 2017. It's called Lead Genesis, and it reveals how recruitment search owners can attract new clients on demand, increase business revenue and profits without cold calling and without having to have a big network as well. So, my first question for you is why have you decided to put on this event now?
Drew, I talk to recruitment and search firm owners every day of the week. And the number one challenge for recruitment and search firm owners worldwide is lack of new clients. And they don't know how to get new business. And they think that the only way of getting new business is perhaps cold calling, perhaps a bit of networking, perhaps marketing out of candidates, but they don't know there's other things that they can do. So the consequence of this constant problem for owners and directors of recruitment owners is they're frustrated. The consequences of this, they've got consultants who they're paying their monthly wages, but these consultants are underperforming because the owner doesn't know how to generate business, the consultant doesn't know how to generate business, and they're using the old methods of cold calling and MPCs and whatever. And honestly, these guys have had enough. And I kind of feel that if I don't do something now and show owners and directors how to generate leads without cold calling, without begging for business, my concern is that we're going to lose something out of the industry because the frustration and the annoyance that they're going through right now, it's not getting any easier. But it's not their fault if they've never been told how to do this. So I kind of figured if I can just help a few guys and get some guys in the room and show them exactly what to do, because this problem's not going to go away anytime soon unless they're shown how to do it.
Okay, so the big problem is around getting new business.
Yeah.
And again, I'll sort of echo what you said. Whenever you meet a recruitment and search firm owner, no matter what size they are, so this isn't a problem that's unique to a smaller business or a bigger business. No matter where they are in their sort of journey, so a startup or a business that's been in operation for 20 years, if you ask them what their biggest challenge is, their biggest business headache is, almost without exception, around bringing new clients in, bringing new business in. And they know that even though they're doing well, doing 6 or even 7 figures, they know that they will be doing so much better if they could just get in front of more people, more leads, more qualified prospects.
Yeah, and I want to really qualify this as well, because you talk to a lot of recruitment and search firms and they say, Ted, but I'm really busy. I've got a lot of business on now. They tend to come from contingency recruiters who, what they're doing is they're working on a numbers game, so they've got all these job orders coming in, and most of them they would never fill. So it means that 50, 60, 70% of the time they're working, they're never going to get paid. However, they're in that situation because they're not able to generate sufficient leads, so they only work with clients who work with them on their terms. So ideally, you should only be working with clients if they're going to pay you a retainer or they're going to do an exclusive. But if a client's saying to you, send me through your CVs or resumes, and you can compete with half a dozen other recruiters and search firms at the same time, that's kind of pointless, and you should be saying no to that. But most recruitment and search firm owners can't say no to that. The reason they can't say no to that because they don't know how to attract more new business. So I want to be really clear about this. I get you may be busy now working on contingency roles. Most of them you won't fill. This is really for those guys that want to step up above that and want to generate a ton of leads, so they don't have to work on those contingency roles, and they only work on an exclusive or they only work on retainer, and there's so much more chance of filling those roles and getting paid for the work that they do.
Okay, so Lead Genesis isn't just about new ways to generate leads, isn't just about getting new business, it's about getting the right kind of business as well. So again, you say quite a lot, clients aren't equal. It's about generating enough leads so you can handpick the type of clients that you want to work with.
That's right.
Is that right?
Absolutely right. Because you can do this and you can generate a ton of leads, and some clients are going to say, well, we're only going to work on contingency and we're only going to pay you 10%. Well, look, let's be clear about it. The clients are entitled to say that, but you don't have to work with them. You can say, I respect that, you want to do that, you just won't be doing it with me, that's all, that's fine. In fact, let me give you the phone numbers of my main competitors, you can go and waste their time rather than mine. But you can't do that unless you've got all these leads coming in. And this is what this is all about. So you can decide who you work with, and you can work with the right type of clients who value what you do, who respect you for what you do, clients who will return your calls. We've all been there, haven't we, as recruiters, where you call the client. So you might even send through a CV or resume, and I did this, by the way, 20 odd years ago. I'm still waiting for the clients to get back to me. And I say client, they weren't really a client. Somebody I spoke to on the phone who said send through some information. But the client is somebody that actually pays your bill, and working free of charge, in my opinion, isn't a particularly good business model. But most recruiters think that's the only way they can do it. Well, look, on the 29th and 30th, we're going to share with you other ways. So you're only working on retainers, you're only working on inclusive, and you're only working with clients that you want to work with. Big difference between the two.
Okay, and again, you said here that the problem is lack of clients, lack of leads, lack of new business inquiries, new business opportunities. This isn't a new problem.
No.
It's just something that has been a problem for recruitment and search finance for as long as I've been working with you. But even like beyond that, it's always been an issue. Is this something you see getting worse?
The problem itself? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah,
I agree, but what are the reasons that it's getting worse now? Why is it that, you can meet, you regularly meet recruitment and search firm owners who are reasonably successful, when they've done well, they've built successful businesses, and then what they've noticed, and sort of echoing what they say, is that they've seen it get harder and harder to bring new business in, and sort of the best case scenario for them is that they plateau and stay as they are. But perhaps worst case, perhaps more common, is that they have to downsize. Why is it getting worse now?
I think there's a number of things, Drew. I think one, there are more and more new entries into the market. Anybody can enter the market at any time and literally work from their bedroom and call themselves a recruiter or search consultant. The world in it of itself is getting smaller as well. Anybody in any part of the world can set up a business and go and look for business in another country. It's so easy now if you know what you're doing with technology. I think the other factor is that the recruiters are out there, there's an element of fear. So they're thinking, I've got to work at this level with this type of client because there's a scarcity of business out there, and if I don't take this bit of, quite frankly, crap business, I'm going to have no business at all. I would say to that, you don't have to work with those crap, lousy clients, and that's your choice, by the way, if you want to work with them. But I want you to remember, it is your choice. You can also do things differently. You can also implement a marketing campaign, so you've got a torrent of warm, hot piping leads coming on a regular basis that would completely eliminate that, having to work with that lousy crap client who wants to pay you at 10% and wants to pay you 6 months later, and they seem to think that's okay. Yeah, it's getting very, very challenging out there for recruiters, regardless of your experience as well. And a lot of recruiters think, well, if I just compete on price, I get more business. You probably found that doesn't work either. There's a reason for that. We're going to kind of touch that as well. But there's a reason why that doesn't work. It's not about competing on price. It's about having this deal flow and having an abundance of leads coming in.
Okay, so again, lead genesis is you put it together to solve this problem around not getting enough clients. And again, you can find all the details about lead genesis below this video. But again, I want to dig a bit deeper into this.
Yeah, sure.
What are the implications if if you listen to this now, someone listens to this now and they're having this problem, or any other recruitment search firm who have this problem, what are the implications if they ignore it further or do nothing about it? I mean, you touched on it a bit there, but yeah, I want to sort of dig deeper into it.
Yeah. You probably heard the saying, I think Einstein's credited with this: if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll get what you always got. And if you keep doing what you've always done but expect different results, it's a form of insanity. So if what you're doing right now isn't working, it's fair to say it's not going to work sometime in the future. And if you thinking otherwise is a form of insanity. So if you keep doing what you're going to do now, you're going to keep working with those lousy clients, you're going to keep working on really low fees, you're going to increase your frustration. You're going to increase the number of underperforming consultants that you're going to have. You're going to increase your dislike for this career, this job that you have now, and the fact that when you look at it very closely, what you're actually doing is you're billing to cover the cost of those underperforming consultants. And whenever we speak to recruitment and search firms, when they're doing that, it creates a lot of resentment. So you keep doing what you're doing, and that's the implications of what's going to happen. And in most cases, eventually you'll fall out of love with the whole industry. And you keep doing what you're doing, and the smarter recruiters who know the different ways of generating leads, other than half a dozen that most recruiters that they use at the moment, those smart recruiters will get more of your business, interestingly at a higher fee as well, because they know how to generate leads, and they know how to create this abundance, or this deal flow as we call it. But you don't know what to do, because you've always done what you've always done, and you've got the results that you've always got. And in a nutshell, it doesn't look too good for the future, quite honestly, Drew.
Okay,
so you guys that do that.
Again, that's what will happen if you ignore it. But what are the possibilities like this? What happens? What would it give you when you fix this problem, and you no longer have to worry about where your next client is coming from? You get the opportunity to handpick the type of clients you work with. What will businesses who do that? What will it look like going forward?
Imagine for a second that you walk into your office. And it's Monday morning, you walk into your office, you sit down, you turn your computer on, you go to your emails, and you've got a load of emails there from prospects who've emailed you wanting you to call them to discuss their recruitment or search needs. Imagine then you go to your calendar, you open your calendar, and you see that people have booked into your calendar for a 10-minute telephone meeting to talk about their recruitment or search needs. Just imagine for a moment. How would you feel? What would that mean to you? Now, I ask you to imagine that because that's exactly what some of your competitors are experiencing right now. Imagine that you never ever had to cold call again, and that you only called clients who knew of you. And when you called them and you gave the name of your organisation and your name, they said, "Hi, good to talk to you." Imagine only working with clients who valued and respected what you did. And you never ever had to negotiate on the fees. You said, "These are our fees, we only work on the retainer, at the very least exclusive." And they said, "Yeah, sure." And there was no pushback whatsoever. Come along to lead Genesis, and all the details at the bottom of this page, and we're going to show you precisely how to do that. So you will never ever cold call again, and you will only call clients who at the very least know who you are, and in most cases are expecting a call from you.
So again, Terry, you said that all the details are beneath this video, but who is Lead Genesis for?
So Lead Genesis is for the experienced recruitment or search firm owner who's been around the block, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. By the way, I have as well, and seen a lot of changes in the industry, and acknowledges that there's room for improvement. It's also for the rookie who's just entered the market and perhaps was a great consultant elsewhere, did pretty well working for somebody else, but find when it's your own business not doing so well. It's for ambitious, what we call them abnormally ambitious recruitment and search firm owners who are thinking, we've been at this level for some time now and we want to go to the next level. This is for those guys who are sitting there saying, "But we've always done it this way, and previously it worked, but clearly it's not working now." It's for recruitment search firm owners. Recruitment and search firm owners and directors only. It is, you've got to be either the owner or the director as well. You've got to be ambitious. You've got to be prepared to roll your sleeves up and put the work in. Typically our clients have a certain amount of experience, but if you've got no experience, it's still going to work for you if you want to take your business to the next level.
And who's it not for?
It's not for those individuals that think, "I can just attend this thing and after 48 hours being at this event, that's it, and all my problems are solved." It's not for those individuals that think, "Yeah, but my business is different," or "Yeah, but marketing isn't going to work because my clients are somewhat sophisticated and they don't go for that kind of thing." It's not for those people that aren't prepared to ruffle a few feathers. Look, here's the thing, you're going to do some marketing. I can tell you now, almost guaranteed, you're going to piss off some of your competitors. You need to take that on the chin. If that bothers you in any way whatsoever, I honestly say this isn't for you. If your ambition is to be liked and loved by everybody, this clearly isn't for you. I think that's the sort of main prize of the people who it's not for, Drew.
Okay, and can you give us a bit more detail about what you're going to cover in a day? What can we expect over the course of the 2 days? What we're going to get out of it when we leave?
Right. So we're going to look at something called permission marketing. And permission marketing, well, we're going to share with you how you can get clients to raise their hand and indicate they have some interest in what you're going to do. There are 4 main reasons why a client won't buy from you right now. The first one is they have no need for what you do. That's kind of makes sense. If they've got no need for your offering, no matter what you say or do, they ain't going to buy from you. If they do have a need, they probably don't know you. If they know of you, they don't like you or trust you. So over the 4 days, we're going to share with you how you can get a client to raise their hand and indicate they have a need in what you do, then how you get them to like you, trust you, and want to do business with you. So much so, ideally, Drew, that a lot of our clients say that they get to a situation where their clients actually want to buy from them more than they actually want to sell to them, which is a lovely position to be in. So we're going to take you through the process, and there's some methods you can use where you can actually drive people to your calendar. There's some software available that you can send out to them and say, hey, book an appointment with me to discuss your search needs. Now, I touched on this earlier, but this is happening right now with your competitors, where they go to work in the morning, they look into the calendar, and they've got people booked into their calendar wanting to discuss their search needs and recruitment needs.
Brilliant. And everything as well you're going to be sharing has been tried, tested, and proven to work for search firm owners, recruitment firm owners all over the world as well. So none of what they're going to get is based on guesswork or theory. It's all stuff that is working in the market right now, bringing clients in for recruitment search firm owners in the market right now.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And in fact, by the way, just as an aside, if anybody says to you, look, I'm not sure if this is going to work, I've never done it before, but why don't you invest thousands in doing this to see if it works for you? I'd again, run for the hills. Everything that we're going to share with you is being used by your competitors somewhere in the world. Absolutely everything. So kind of people say, oh, you're very confident about this, Terry. Well, I'd have to be an imbecile not to know this stuff. It's just that, Drew and I, we've seen it literally thousands of times working for the recruitment and search firm owners from all over the world, and with recruitment and search firm owners who have a wealth of experience, certainly a lot more than Drew and I put together. Between the two of us, we've got something like 30 years experience in this industry. Well, some of these guys have got more than that experience, and they get some great results using these methods.
Great stuff. So again, you can find all the details below this page. Terry, again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing.
Excellent. Until next time, guys, take care, take action, and be relentless.
Hi, it's Colin Edge from Project TMC. I engaged with Terry because I found that we were getting stale in our business and we needed some external input, someone to refresh our sales techniques. Terry's certainly done that with Drew. We now have, over the last 3 months, gained at least 5 really top clients purely from mail shotting that we'd have perhaps never got to before. I'd have no hesitation to recommend Terry to business owners.
Hi, my name is John Saltz. I'm the Managing Director of Affinity Search. We've been in business for 10 years, and when I met Terry, I had reservations about working with him. I think the main one was really the return on investment. However, I bit the bullet, and I've worked with Terry for about 14 months. Successes, I would say firstly, we're 24% up on our end of year target, and we have gone from pretty much zero retained business to over 50% and moving towards becoming completely retained. So for anyone really wanting to look at a coach who will help not only on the recruitment side but also in terms of marketing and bringing on clients without the use of cold calling, then I would say Drew Coaching and Terry is your man.
Hi, my name is Jim Newsom from Newsom Consulting. I run an executive search business in the infrastructure and transport sectors. I've been working with Drew Coaching for 6 months now. The reason I started working with them in the first place was I was keen to further expand my business and grow it over the next 3 to 4 years. Since I've been working with Terry and Drew, we've had the best 6 months that we've had from November through to April previously before, and we're looking forward to continuing to further grow and develop the business.
Hi, my name is Larry Johnson, and I am president of the Search Group. We're an executive recruiting firm. I've been in the industry for a little over 12 years, and on my own now for about 1.5 years. I must confess I did have some reservations about working with Drew Coaching, and in no particular order. They were, let's face it, Terry talks funny, so I mean you have to try to get over that. The second thing was what I learned something that was truly applicable. We go to a lot of seminars and we hear other people, and it's kind of like the same old, same old. Would I get some new and different ideas? Would this be something that would be, unique that I could actually use in my business on a day-to-day basis? And would what I was learning translate into my niche, or niche, as Terry would say, which is material handling, warehouse management systems, supply chain industry? I worked with Drew Coaching for about 1 year now, and the benefits that I have found have been a much better focus. I'm beginning to treat my business more like a business. Marketing, I'm not doing the same old thing that everybody else and their grandmother is doing. I'm beginning, and probably last, but certainly not least, is I'm beginning to enjoy myself again with my work. I really look forward to, coming to work every day and, getting on with things. Another benefit is some of the client strategies that have been shared with our firm that have enabled us to generate leads without making a single cold call. Like many of you, I've never really enjoyed making cold calls. You kind of figure that you're a pest. You don't know what interruptions you're causing. And you know damn well these hiring managers are getting tons of calls like this on a daily basis. So one client strategy in particular, the 10 before 10, will probably generate an additional $200,000 in placements fees in the next 12 months. So if you are in the recruitment industry and are serious about taking your business to the next level, and are prepared to put in the work that Terry suggests, then I would recommend you work with Drew Coaching. Sure, he talks funny, but you'll get over it.
Good morning. My name's David Hillman. I'm Managing Director of Black Star Search Limited, based in Bedfordshire in the UK. My website is blackstarsearch.com. I started my search business 15 years ago, so I was somewhat sceptical about working with Terry and Drew Coaching, as I thought there wasn't much that I hadn't already seen in recruitment. I've got to say I was wrong. I've been working with Terry for only a few months, but already we've trebled our retained business and we're on track to double our turnover this year.
Hi, I'm Caris Mills and I run my own headhunting and recruitment consultancy called Caris Mills Consulting. I operate totally in the medcom sector, which is a very niche sector within pharmaceutical marketing, and it's basically communication agencies that do the very scientific and strategic marketing for the big pharma companies. I have worked with Terry before, but it's good to come to the workshop and just remind myself of all the different marketing channels and how important it is to go work on a number of things and not just put all your eggs in one basket and do a few communication things really, but use all these different channels that we've got and try them and keep doing them constantly. Yes, no, I think it's been excellent. I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think it helps you stay ahead of your competitors. It will hopefully give me the competitive edge on my competitors and just have me interacting on a regular basis with my clients. And when they're looking for search now, they'll automatically think of us rather than one of my competitors.
I've actually followed Terry Edwards' webinars over a period of time, about 8 months. I'm quite a skeptical person when trying to, when people sell things to me, I'm quite skeptical. I want to know if there's value in what I'm going to get. So I was quite skeptical at first, but having followed these webinars over a period of time, I thought it's worth trying to attend this conference. Having attended over a 2-day period, I've learned so much. In fact, I think it's been money well spent on my business attending this 2 days conference. And also I've learned the value of multiple marketing techniques. As a recruiter, one of the things that we often make mistakes. Over concentrating on telemarketing. Actually, telemarketing isn't the only option. There are several marketing techniques out there that just a few of our competitors are using, and if we could actually hone our skills on these multiple marketing techniques, we could actually increase our leads, and these leads we can easily convert into sales, increasing our productivity in terms of the sales we generate in our businesses.
So I'm David Lawrence. I'm the founder and CEO of Vine Resources. We're a tech, media and telecoms recruitment business based in London Bridge, turning over about 5 million, working with clients across Europe, both in contract, permanent and some retained. Obviously I've come along for the event with Terry and it's been fantastic. I think there's some really good learning points that I can take straight back to my business. Obviously particularly some highlights there around perhaps the landing page implementation and some of the advanced things that you can do around customized audiences. Obviously following through with that automation as well, even down to the basics of putting in that sales script process and looking at all the different avenues of marketing and how you can attract those candidates to bring them into your funnel without increasing necessarily the need to have more sales staff to generate new business. I would recommend the competitors. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, it's all about execution. So you can come on the course, you've got the opportunity to execute if you follow through with it. There's some great content. I would recommend it to people who've either got a permanent contract business or a search business and want to grow.